What's up, Achilles Nation? My name is Francesco. I am the director of TriAchilles. Today, we are bringing you the TriAchilles Spotlight. What that means is we're going to spotlight one of our amazing athletes. Today, joining us is Andrew Zhang. He's been part of TriAchilles for a little more than 3 years. He's done 4 triathlons. He's done some running races. He's also a part of the New York City chapter, but you'll hear more of that on the following weeks. But for now, what's up, Andrew? How's it going?
Today is a great day.
Cool. So my first question that I think a lot of people are interested in hearing, because there's a lot of hype about the first race. What was your first race with TriAchilles, and do you have any memorable moments from that race?
My first race with TriAchilles was a sprint triathlon somewhere in New Jersey. It was a great race. I was very surprised how clear and fresh the water was. Not salty, because whenever we do open water swim workouts, it's always in the ocean. So that just completely took me by surprise. I could drink water and not regret every moment afterwards. Though,
Yeah, you've been known to be a very to drink a lot of water when you swim.
Definitely, yeah. Especially when I started off, I had a lot of difficulty swimming at first.
Well, Andrew, I'll say a lot of athletes, me included, the toughest part of the triathlon is the swim portion. So the fact that you went from not being able to swim at all to actually doing a full triathlon, that's pretty awesome, you know?
For sure, it's also one of the things I'm most glad for getting into triathlon, because I've discovered that I actually really enjoy swimming. Swimming is what it would be my favorite leg if I was any good at it, but as it is right now, it's great. I love swim workouts, and especially the swims in the triathlon races. It's an invigorating start. It really sets the pace for what's going on for the next parts, the next legs of the race. And not to mention the transition is super disorienting, but it's what I look forward to in many respects at the beginning of the race, because it's that jolt that gets me feeling like, okay, time to engage into the next part of this race.
So for those who don't know, can you explain what transition is and maybe why you like it so much?
Okay, so transitioning for triathlon, when you go from swimming to biking, you have to run out of the water and to the bike. And this seems pretty apparent, but that brief minute that you're going from the water to where the bikes are all parked, there's just like a solid minute of running in there and trying to get your equilibrium back after you've been hanging horizontal in the water for a solid 15 minutes or so is super disorienting. And I'll admit, the first time I did it, I almost like toppled over because I didn't have my sense of balance back. But it's a race, you got to go, time stops for no one. And so I just went for it, and it felt like I was just falling forward the whole time I was running towards the bike.
Yeah, and I will say, I mean, transitioning from being horizontal to biking, right? It sounds super complicated, but I'll say another complicated part that people don't really think of is the actual run portion, because you're running barefoot out of a body of water, across like sharp branches and pebbles and gravel and stuff like that. Like there's a lot of ginger waddling going on.
Oh yeah,
from the water, especially for those who don't really walk around with bare feet,
Yeah.
So another part of TriAchilles, which for those who don't know is a program within Achilles International. So we focus on all different types of multi-sport stuff. But an event that we have every year, which is kind of unique to a lot of other Achilles programs, is we actually have a 3-day weekend where we all go away as a team. We stay in these little condos or houses in Jersey, and we have our own tri-camp. And it's basically a full weekend of just bonding with everyone on the team. It might be your first time meeting everyone, but it builds a lot of relationships, and it's a really special memory for a lot of us. So Andrew, I wanted to ask you, do you have anything about tri-camp that maybe stuck out to you or something that you liked about it?
TriCamp, definitely the points that you emphasized earlier, just being able to meet the whole team at once, building those bonds, really trading tips on what to do during the race. This is solid 2-3 day period where you can ask any question that you want to other people who are more experienced, people who know more about triathlon. For my first ever TriCamp, a great memory of mine was getting on the tandem bike, because up until that point, we had been training on indoor bikes for the most part. And that was the first time since an incident when I was much younger, but the first time I ever got onto a tandem bike to train for a triathlon. I had a bad experience when I was much younger on a tandem bike, which basically led to me not seeking out tandem bike riding for a long time. And to be honest, when I first heard about TriAchilles, it was one of the most major things that held me back from joining. But after seeing how he reacted to his first bike ride and how it invigorated his athletic experience, I'm kind of a little excited to see how it would go the first time. And that day came in tri camp, and he said, tomorrow we're going to go pair up and ride a bike through some cones up and down this hill. And that moment was not as scary as I thought it would be. As they say, fear, you have nothing to fear but fear itself at times. And that was definitely the case with my first tandem biking experience in tri camp. Those trips, man, they're great. And so much thanks to all the guides who make it possible.
I have one more question, and then we're going to put you on the hot seat. And this question kind of ties everything together. And the reason why I thought of this question is the common theme that I hear from other Achilles athletes or other athletes with disabilities is that they're hesitant to join any sort of multi-sport or triathlon or cycling or any sort of activity like that from a running background, because they just don't really know what to expect, right? They have some certain fears or stuff like you and I both had.
Yeah.
So do you have any advice to either other Achilles athletes or other people with disabilities, or even anyone in general who might be only running at this point and who are thinking about getting into multi-sport or TriAchilles and have certain hesitations? Like, do you have any advice for those people?
Heck yeah, I have the best advice. Take the plunge. Do it. It's a great experience. When I started TriAchilles, I was very hesitant at first. I didn't think I could bike. I didn't think I could swim. I definitely didn't think I could do all three within a 1 hour period as a race. But diving in and just joining the community, asking for tips, working out with the team, it's an amazing experience. I would compare it similar to how I thought I couldn't be an effective runner at first, because I had been blind for several years, and realizing that there are groups out there that can make you go run and stuff, it was revolutionary. It was amazing. It was very empowering to know that this option was now available to me. Much in that same way, triathlon it's super empowering. You will do things that you never thought that you could have done before. It's an experience that you'll take with you for the rest of your life. There's so many aspects to it that you can hear about it, you can hear about other people talking about it, but going through it yourself, you'll definitely appreciate it. And even just as a casual athlete, it's nothing so demanding. The only expectations you have to meet are your own. And I have to say that for myself, I have surpassed them. And though I do have many more goals in the future relating to triathlon, I believe that they'll come with time. And it is an experience I would not give up.
That's awesome, man. And the more, honestly, like the more people I meet who got introduced to triathlon through TriAchilles, like the more I understand how powerful it is, which is why I'm just always trying to get more people involved. In the meantime, let's bring in Janet, who's going to do the Achilles hot seat. Andrew, I hope you feel stressed. I hope you feel under pressure.
There's a hot seat.
It's going to be
what?
Awesome.
Where's the hot seat? What?
It is hot. Hello, my tri bros.
Oh, man.
Try. That's what it's all about. Hopes, dreams, achievement, and trying. I love it.
That's right.
Trying. I see what you did there.
Okay. Are you ready for the hot seat, Andrew?
Okay. Yeah, sure. As ready
This
as I'll
is
be.
rapid fire questions. You just hear my question, and the first answer that comes to your mind, you spit it out. Do you prefer winter or summer?
Summer.
Would you rather have a dog or a cat?
Dog.
What's your favorite scent of candle or cologne?
Lavender.
Ooh. What's your worst candle or cologne?
Peanuts, as I'm allergic. Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather, for a vacation, you want to fly or do a road trip?
Can I do both?
No, you have to pick one.
Oh, have to pick one. Okay. I guess road trip. It's longer.
Road trip. Okay. What's your favorite road trip snack?
Road trip snack. I would have to say jerky, burrito. I eat anything on the road.
Do you like savory or sweet foods better?
Definitely savory.
Okay. What's your favorite thing to eat after a race?
Typically, it's a burrito. Though sushi is for those special occasions. Like all you can eat
If you
sushi.
had to pick burrito or sushi, what would it be?
Sushi.
Me too.
Yes.
For sure, right? Okay. Speaking of racing, you talked about running, swimming, and biking. If you had to choose running or swimming, what would you choose?
Swimming.
What about swimming or biking?
Biking.
What about biking or running?
Running, sorry.
Oh, no, there's no
Yeah.
sorry. So good. Thank God for triathlon. You can,
Yeah,
you can have
definitely.
them all.
Yeah.
Do you have more fun dancing it out or singing?
I rarely dance, so I guess singing?
Okay, singing is good.
I would beg to differ that you don't enjoy dancing.
Okay, yes, I really enjoy dancing, but I don't
The
get the
Tri
chance
Camp
to.
dance along will beg to differ. Sorry, Jenna, continue.
No, I love it. Okay, your favorite band or singer?
Favorite band is probably Green Day.
Ooh, what's
a
your
big-
favorite Green Day song?
Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Can you sing us a few bars, Andrew?
Oh man.
You don't have to, but if
Come
you
on,
want
sing it,
to.
man.
Oh boy, I walk a lonely
Doo.
road, the only one that I have ever known.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have a really nice voice, Andrew.
It's the one that I go to in the
I
shower.
love it.
I would hope so.
That's important to know, your go-to
Definitely.
shower song. Is it on the road trip also? I would hope it's in that playlist for the road trip.
You know, you would think so, but it seems out of place since I'm with everyone and I'm saying I'm walking a lonely road. It's
It's a little ironic. Okay, 2 final questions. One is juicy and one is serious. Here's
Okay.
the juicy one. If you were stranded on an island for the rest of your life, what celebrity would you choose to be with you?
Why not Ariana Grande? She has a really good voice, and I get the feeling that if I'm on a deserted island, I won't have access to like good music.
Okay, this is the last one. Who do you most admire?
I would say my dad. My dad emigrated from China to the United States. He was a high-achieving student, got his PhD here in physics, but while doing that, his go-to hobby was just running laps, going hiking, really athletic college life for my dad. And I'll admit, he was the inspiration that got me to start running. My dad used always talked about his glorious days as a runner, and now I get to tell him all about my triathlon experience, and he gets to live vicariously through me for some of that.
I'm sure he's so proud. Well, you passed the Achilles hot seat. Well done, sir. I'll hand it over to you, Francesco.
So, all right, everyone, Achilles Nation, I hope you enjoyed Andrew. I will say one of my most memorable moments that I have of Andrew was during the Westchester Triathlon last year, where the entire team, TriAchilles, we went out to Westchester. We did a super sprint, and Andrew was guided by this dude named Mike Doyle, who was an amazing guy for Andrew, right?
He was great.
That was the first time that I was ever able to stand on the podium with Andrew together. Andrew having done a pretty awesome performance that day. Thanks partially to Mike Doyle, right?
Definitely thanks to Mike Doyle. It's great. I met Mike the morning of the race in person, and I told him very briefly, pointed out our other friend Simon in the parking lot, and say, that right there, he's my rival. We're going to beat him today. We're going to race and we're going to beat him. Even though historically I had not beat him in a race yet. So of course, that race, Mike and I, we raced together, and we kept the motivational speech going. Near the end of the race, he said, "You can't stop now. Simon's catching up to you. You got to move faster. You got to move faster." And it was definitely one of the most well-earned races for me. Standing on that podium really solidified it in there for me. I'm standing up here, and my friend Simon's not. But though I'm sure next time around, I'm sure that Simon will have some things to say about that for our next race.
Right. And it was, I mean, especially coming from a background of not swimming, biking, or running at all. Like, it's just amazing. And it was awesome to share that experience with you, Andrew. So for everyone out there watching, everyone within and without Achilles Nation, find out more about TriAchilles. If you're a member of Achilles, don't be scared. We're a very welcoming bunch. Just find out more. And until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed today's spotlight. And my name's Francesco. Thanks to Janet and Andrew and Karen behind the glass. And we'll see y'all later.
Go Achilles!
Go Achilles!
Go team!